guys, it's Olivia at OMG Artistry, and this is the OMG Beauty Show. A little bit about me. I come from a videography and a photography background while going to school for makeup and cosmetology. I spent so many years behind the camera till one day I got the courage to be in front of it. I started to realize I have so many passions, I couldn't just pick one. And then something life-changing happened. I discovered a well-known photo sharing app and began my social journey that blossomed into beauty hacks, tips, tricks, myths, and so much more. Now let's move on. This show is meant to go shopping. This show will make you call your bestie and say, oh my gosh, you have to watch this show. These QR codes take you directly to purchase products that I include in my beauty hacks. And then they show up directly at your door. That's pretty genius, right? And the rest is history. I am an information machine and I love recommending products. I'm sure to do my research and I fully stand behind all of my recommendations. We don't like wasting time or money around here. And that's how the OMG Beauty Show was born. The show is made for the consumer, the pro, and the clueless. And as your beauty bestie, I will show you how to look your best while feeling your best. I'm gonna help you shine from the inside out. So tune in, bestie. Let's go shopping. Hey, it's Olivia at OMG Artistry. Welcome to the first episode of the OMG Beauty Show. Now, the point of this show is to shop. I want you guys to go shopping. People ask me all the time, Olivia, what should I use in my hair? What kind of tools, what kind of products, what cool hair hacks do you have? What kind of beauty packs do you have? Well, guess what? It's all wrapped into an episode. So as you guys are going through the entire episode, you're going to see a lower third come up from the bottom. And then from there, you can actually take pictures of the QR codes. The entire time I'm going to be with you as your beauty bestie, making sure that I give you all the tips, tricks, hacks, myths, science that you can imagine. So first on deck, I'm going to be showing you guys some genius, innovative products from Joico, Heat Hero, my favorite thermal protection. And then I'm going to show you guys how I achieved these flawless beach waves only using a Babyliss flat iron. This is the year of heat protection, all right? Did you know that you could grow out your hair for years and literally burn it off in the matter of seconds? Well, luckily I have a product for you that will actually help to protect your hair in just a quarter amount of the seconds. The birth name is Heat Hero Glossing Thermal Protector. So what does that mean? Glossing thermal protector. Tell me more, Olivia. Now, when you hear glossing, I want you to hear like a sheen, right? Thermal protection basically means that up to 450 degrees, which I would never advise you to use 450 degrees on your hair ever. We'll talk about that later. On your strands. Not only is this a pollution protection, huge, but there's also a restyling option on this as well as a hold. So if you look at the canister, which is so beautiful. If you look at the canister, you're gonna see this elevator line right here, and it's a level 3. So on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being the lightest hold and 10 being the heaviest hold, you're living in a 3 space. So it's really good for anti-static, and it's also fantastic for frizz. Okay, Olivia, now how do I use it? Well, first things first, shake, 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 shake some more, okay? You want to distribute this product evenly throughout your hair. What I notice a lot of is taking the flat iron and going like this on the tops and the bottoms. And let me guess, your bottom's fried off and your top is fried off, but you have long hair in the middle. Well, that's a heat issue, okay? What I always advise is to section your hair. Always, no matter if you're blow drying it, flat ironing it, curling it. Because what it ends up doing is you're taking that top layer and that bottom layer and you're completely burning it off. The more sections you take, the more the product is going to penetrate each section, the more protection you're going to have, the better, the healthier the hair. Okay, let's do this. Section your hair out, how I am right now. Putting it up, little clippy clip. Okay. And you can do just little spurts within each section. And this is an ultra fine mist, so you do not have to worry about it feeling heavy on the hair. It smells divine, but also that it has the vitamin A, vitamin E, zinc, antioxidants inside of it. So it's actually doing the best for your hair. But let's look at the shine just immediately. So right here, I'm very specific about where I put the product. So I'll actually hold my hair tension out. And then what I'll do is I'll hold my hair up and make sure I get all my baby hairs around the side. And let me tell you, my hair does not feel heavy at all, but you could definitely see how shiny and healthy it looks. I cannot believe that I forgot to tell you my favorite part of this product. So there is a split end mender. So what that means is on contact with heat inside of your hair goes like your split ends. Literally. There are so many things that the Joico Heat Hero does. It not only protects hair up to 450 degrees, okay? It also is a split end mender. It is also protecting you from pollution. It also has a hold of 3. So again, Joico, you did good. So you guys are gonna actually see the product just come from the bottom. Right? You're gonna see the QR code, and then from there, you guys could actually go grab the product on the website and you can be able to purchase it. Not all tools are created equal, and Babyliss did such an exceptional job on this. So this is actually crafted with some of the most advanced materials. Now that I am fully protected, I feel quite fine putting any sort of tool on my hair. And this is not just any tool. This is the Prima 300 styling iron. So look at this baby. Oh my God. So beautiful. I love this iron. This is my every time I want to flat iron or wave or even kind of just give myself a bend in my hair. This is my go-to. Like I had mentioned before, you always want to make sure that if you're doing any sort of curls on your hair, flat ironing, bending anything, you want to be able to put it into sections. So I'm going to be doing 3 sections inside of my hair. Not all tools are created equal, and Babyliss did such an exceptional job on this. So this is actually crafted with some of the most advanced materials. This one is ionic as well. This is the 1 1/4. So really good for any length of hair, for straightening, waving, or even curling the hair. And today I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a beachy bend. I call it a kinda curl. Now you're going to notice how this has a little bit of a grip at the end, which I need because I always burn my little pinchers. I like it because when I can hold it, it gives me the option to really twist it around. You can also see the beveled tip of the iron as well as the beveled plates. So this is double plated on the inside. And I do love the way that this glides throughout my hair. This is not like a lot of irons. This one is my go-to if you do want to do flat iron waves. Okay, so what you're gonna notice is that I'm holding my hair very taut, always, all right? And I like to have sections. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to slip in. I'm putting it at 380. Okay, you don't need any more than 380 on your hair. I do have extensions inside. And what I'm gonna do, you're always gonna remember that this is gonna flip out of your face. The first few ones are always gonna flip out of your face. Because if you do in the face, if you're going like this, it's vintage. But if you're going out of the face, it's beachy. God. So again, flip out of the face, okay? And you're just gonna pull. But do you see how I'm holding tension here? Make sure that that hair stays in the iron. From here. Beautiful. Gorgy, okay? Super easy. But do you see how long this wave is? That's what we're going for. If you don't like the way that your hair looks all one way back, I would advise rotating your curls, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. I like to do maybe like the first around my ear, and then everything from the ear back, I'll do back and forth, back and forth. So I'm gonna take my next section, and then I'm gonna bring this forward and pull. And then I'm gonna take my money piece right here, and again, flip it out of the face. Out of the face. All right, just like that. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wrap it around my little pinky pointer and pin it. So now you're just gonna let that cool completely off to reveal natural curls. Gorgy, gorgy, gorgy. All right, so now what I like to do is I like to flip my hair this way, flip my hair that way, and just really pump up the volume of this look. Grand reveal. You're going to see a little lower third popping up, and that is actually where you guys can purchase this incredible Babyliss Prima 300 styling iron. Where are my beauty besties at? So in this section of the show, you will actually have the opportunity to get featured. Where are my beauty besties at? So in this section of the show, you will actually have the opportunity to get featured. So we wanna see unique beauty hacks that you do on yourself. It could be hair, makeup, skin, nails, anything. What you'll do from there is you're gonna post directly to your feed. Once you post, hashtag OMG Artistry and then tag at OMG Artistry for your chance to be featured. And today we will be featuring Nikki French Makeup, one of my beauty besties. We were actually on the Look All-Stars show together as teammates. She did the makeup, I did the hair. Nikki French has an incredible Instagram page. You have to check it out. She has almost 500,000 followers of all tips, tricks, and beauty hacks. So what a more perfect opportunity than to feature her right now on the show. Let's check it out. All right, Nikki, let's see what hacks you have for me today. Oh, what's that? That is self-tanner. She has the most beautiful lips. Okay, sis. Oh my gosh. Wow. Girl, somebody needs to come get this girl. Gorgeous. All right, so I'm up for the challenge, Nikki, and I will be recreating this hack on myself. Okay, Nikki, I am up for the challenge. I'm gonna try and get as big and beautiful lips as you, my self-tanner of choice today. This is the Flawless Darker. This is from Fake Bake. I love this. I don't just use it on my lips for hacks. I also use it on my body, which I could probably use a little bit of a tan right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to shake the bottle, and then I'm gonna use the little cap, and then I have a super fine brush that I'm going to do this with. So let me grab my mirror because I could really mess this up. Here we go. I'm just gonna do some base concealer around my lips just to kind of blank it out just a little bit. More like not on my lips, like more just like around my lips. So how I'm gonna do this is I'm actually gonna take a little Q-tip, and you see how it pelts my lips out just a little bit? We're doing good. This is always the hardest part for me, is like my bows, because I feel like I'm ombreing it. I don't even know why. Okay, let's see. Woo! Ah, I love it. I love it. It looks so good. Okay, so now I'm just gonna kind of blur it out. Ah, I'm so, it looks really good. Now it's all dried up. a little bit of chappy. I think that this hack is an immediate win for me. Good job, Nikki. This is the tanner that I recommend for this because it's also fast drying, which I really like. And the color tone is like, I look like I'm wearing lipstick. Like, it is absolutely perfect. So this is the part where you get to go jumping. So a little lower third will come up and you guys can actually take a picture of it with your phone. So good job, Bake Bake. And guys, I want to see your beauty hack. So make sure that you use the hashtag OMG Artistry, post it on your page and tag me so I could see it for the opportunity to be featured. I can't get over it. Like, it just looks so good. So today we're going to be talking about paralysis analysis and what that is. Welcome back, guys. So this is the section of the OMG Beauty Show where I want to give back to you. I am your beauty bestie, and not only do I give you tips and tricks that you can use for your everyday life, I also want to make you feel good. So today we're going to be talking about paralysis analysis and what that is. Someone with paralysis analysis would be somebody who commonly overthinks in their head, or they have repetitive thoughts. The decision is indecision. And people who suffer from analysis paralysis like myself, and that's why I know so much about it, is that we get so in our head about what we have to do that we actually do nothing at all. And that's even worse than actually realizing what you're doing at hand. So number one, first and foremost, is that self-awareness that you're having that moment of analysis paralysis. And then your second thought would be, well, let's go to hell is what I call it. Let's go to those dark places in our mind where we're fearful or something could happen. Let's go to those places. And I actually learned this from Hey Elizabeth Faye of Hair Love Retreat. You have to go to the darkest of places when it comes to your thought process and then reverse engineer it from there. So for instance, if you're afraid you're gonna lose money, right? Like you're afraid like, oh, if I commit to something, I'm going to lose money. Well, let's go to that dark place of like, well, would you really lose money, right? Because the stories we make up in our head are not necessarily what is actual fact. So what you have to do is you have to figure out on paper, right? On paper, what does that look like in order to me to just do what I have to do? When you don't plan, you plan to fail. And a lot of people that do have analysis paralysis, they're not planning in their head, they're just overthinking and they have repetitive thoughts. Okay, so now you have a plan in place. You have a plan in place, you know where you're gonna get the money, and I'm only gonna use money as an example because I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. You have a plan in place, right? But then, what do you do to execute your plan? You set times, you set dates, you set commitments, right? Because our anxiety has to be held accountable. And I actually wrote this down because I do have a OMG Diaries series on Salon Evo magazine. And I said, we need to make our anxiety accountable and digest the physical, rational, logical, and even emotional side of our anxiety. So what you have to do is you have to compartmentalize everything in your life when it comes to moving forward beyond that paralysis. All right, so your physical is where you're actually at. So making sure that when you do go for that job interview, or maybe when you do wake up in the morning, it's everything from just brushing your teeth and fixing your hair. That can just make all the difference in the world. The rational side, you have to say, is this real? Is this true? Is this me living my truth that I can't get over my fear and anxiety of what the situation is? Logical, right? So same thing. If you are not being logical about the situation and you're only being emotional, then what ends up happening is when you're emotional, and analysis paralysis is based upon the fact that your brain is swelling and no information is coming in and no information is coming out. So that's the paralysis state. I'm not a doctor. This is just due to my own research and a lot of people that I have read and noticed. So anything that we are doing in our life right now, we are planting seeds, right? We are planting seeds. We are shoved into the ground, dirt on top of us, moistury mud, right? So we're like, God, I can't even see the forest or the trees after this. But let me tell you what, in the middle of the tunnel, it's always the darkest. And Jen from Cosmoprof actually taught me this, Jen Wilder. She said, in the tunnel, it's always the darkest because you want to look back because you see that light and it's easier to turn back. But if you just keep trusting yourself and moving forward, that's when you see growth. That's when you see progression. And in our mind, what we think is catastrophic and we're muddy and we're wet, all of a sudden that sun comes down on us and we sprout, right? And we start to relish in our thought process of how grateful we are. And that's why gratitude is a massive, massive key tool for you guys to really implement in your day. So there is something that I say every single morning, and it's, I love my life, I love my life, I love my life. And you will become to love your life. It is factual that you can speak into existence what is going on around you. Because it's not what happens to you, it's how you react to it. And that's what we have to really start remembering when it comes to our analysis paralysis. So I have a quote that I've written down here is, if we're negative and we think we're broke, do you think that when you don't speak gratitude in the midst that you'll be grateful in the glory? No, you won't. You won't be grateful even if it comes to you because your mind is so poisoned. And that's why we need to make habits of what we say to ourselves in order to be kind. Analysis paralysis is a self-awareness, but gratitude is a practice. So any sort of practice takes at least 4 weeks in order to make a habit. And trust me, it'll help you out so much. This is Olivia at OMG Artistry. I'm so glad you guys were here to enjoy the first episode of the OMG Beauty Show. Thanks so much. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning into the first episode of the OMG Beauty Show. If you want to see any products, miscellaneous stuff that I was using, or maybe you missed the QR code, you can head to this QR code right here and it'll take you to my website. I have a blog post maybe about ancillary things that I didn't bring up on here, but also all the products that I used for this episode. See you guys there.